Trying to get an emote wall on the starting screen. No, it's not transform. I basically want to send it to... I don't know, I guess I can't duplicate and move. Shoot. Do it again. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright, chat, we here. Let me go back real quick. Make sure everything's set up. Okay. Wait, it went up a little bit. Alright. So it went up a little bit. Okay, after they, I think it was after like, oh, we're not gonna do tariffs on, tariffs off. Wax on, wax off. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much more the market can like take it seriously, you know what I mean? But anyway, happy Memorial Day. Hope you have the day off. Hope we gotta go take care of something. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, chat. Okay. Probably shouldn't chew gum and stream at the same time. Probably not a good idea. Okay, chat. We gotta get going. We gotta get rocking and rolling, chat. Let's go. Alright, so I guess what do? We always start with the market that was. Maybe take a little bit of look at the futures that were in the overnight. I did label my trades, so we'll go through those. Big L this week. This whole month just been taking L after L. Not good. Not good at all. Well, I'm all like phlegmy. Probably because I'm drinking fizzy water. So yeah, we'll take a look at the market that was, take a look at the trades, and then I think I've made it a goal that I need to find 2 more, you know, little monopoly houses to buy and collect some rent on. Take a look at the triple Qs here. I mean, they kind of rolled over. I mean, yeah, they went back up to the whatever the heck this is, the 200, but it's now below the 200 again. And maybe we're probably up near it with the action in the overnight or whatever. Maybe there's a little more positivity. But there are gaps to fill down below. But still bull. I'm not saying it's not bullish though. Like it's not. It still is pretty bullish. I wish I didn't have that hesitation to not buy when it was 35. Like, or not even like when it went to 40. I mean, it didn't make a new low. Like, why didn't I take advantage? So this is kind of showing the same thing. It's still sitting above its moving averages. You'd give it a shot to the upside, at least through the summer, and then you know, I don't know after that. But let's get rid of some of this stuff and get to it. Okay. Wait. Do something real quick. Okay, no, we're good. We good. Okay. We good. Okay. Show off my arms because they used to have flabberjabbas on them. I got that removed. We could go into that story later. We're not gonna do it now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the market that was. What's going on right now? You can see what's going on right now. Bitcoin's up 1%. Euro's up. Yen's up. Bitcoin up's a good sign. That's a good sign. 5 days we were down. I thought there was like a move up or something. I don't know. So all the major indices were down last week. I think there was a bit of a bump in the overnight. I think we're actually up 1% now, but this only counts the last 5 days. So let's see what we're saying on Monday. Is there anything yet? No, it doesn't count it. So yeah, it's doing it from the 20th. So I actually want to go back. I want this day, basically this to this, the 19th to the 23rd. Okay, so we're down 1.1, 1.7 on the SPX, 1.92, and then the Dow was down 1.94. And then I think futures opened lower, and then they had the news, oh, psych, no tariffs, until July 9th. What are they negotiating for? Does anybody know at this point? Any like coherent... Does anyone out there have coherent commentary on these tariffs? Like, that's kind of what I would like to hear. I feel like it's very arbitrary. It's very But I'm not digging deep into it, so I don't have a full, I don't have the full picture, but it just seems very arbitrary, and I don't know what we're trying to get out of it. Like a trade balance. Well, we sell more valuable things and we buy a lot of cheap things, so I don't know how it all works. Go into the sector. I don't really know what's going on. All I know is it just seems from the headline point of view kind of like all over the place. That's what it seems like. And everybody's got their own opinions about it, and that's all it really is now. Like, thinking about the stuff that I listen to, none of that's news. Commentary has been taken over by news, so you don't know what the actual facts are. Everybody's just trying to push their own agenda, and it's hard to decipher what is news and what is opinion. Sometimes it's difficult. And they also, it's like you mix headlines with commentary, and so that becomes like, it's all about your reaction to the commentary. It's not just like our reaction to the facts. It's like not just the facts, just facts. That'd be my news station, just facts. Anyway, not gonna do that right now. So gold was up. That was up. I thought about a put spread in gold, and I didn't do it. But yeah, whatever. We'll look for new opportunities this week. XME, which I think is like housing, or is that biomedical? I forget. Metals. Okay, metals mining. Staples was up in the 5 days. IBB, which is biotech. And then everything else, so actually it wasn't up. None of this was up. So the only two things were up are metals and gold last week. Okay. That's cool. Let's look at the 10-day. Still gold. XLU. XLC poking its head up. 3 months. Gold, XLI, XME, XLU, XLP. Actually, no, not that. XLU. And then everything else is just kind of hanging on by a thread. XLV, OIH, all the way at the bottom. XLU, XLI, XLP, XLF, XLC. So these are still way up here. And then gold. So we need to do something in gold. We need to do something in a bank and some kind of communication stock. Everything else is really suppressed. All right. It's crazy. Gold is still something that is holding on. I mean, I feel like you could probably still do a trade in there. Okay, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, let's go to our gainers. So gainers on the week by market cap. Yeah, the Google stuff. Man, they did have their the Google I/O or whatever they call it. They had their little conference. Recommended content. Anyway, sidetrack. Maybe we'll listen or watch part of the keynote. What if you could get AI to do it? What if you can get AI to do this for you? Like, ask it, what were the week's gainers? Just try it. Tools. So, play the top 10 weekly stock gainers. Top 10, this is like mega cap. For the week of 5/20 through, or 5/19 through the 23rd, 2025. Five 23/25. So it's a different list. It's cool. It gives me charts though. That's kind of cool. This didn't give me quite what I wanted. So display the. It does give you the It does give you the market rundown though. So this one has Google, AVGO, P&G, J&J, and then this one has Nvidia, Visa, Apple's below 200, Microsoft, Alphabet's actually up on the week. Yeah, it didn't quite give me what I wanted, but these charts are cool though. That's something to think about. Amazon's back to 200. Tesla, this chart's insane. It goes from like 346, jeez. And then Meta, Berkshire, J&J. I don't know if that's going, so you get a slightly different list. That's weird. Okay. GE. Man, I missed out on GE. I didn't on that one. That kind of makes me upset. I didn't EU plans to fast track trade talks with US amid tariff fight. US trade deficit with EU deepening. Trade move exclusive. Trump to pardon sheriff found guilty of cash for badges scheme. Sounds good. Okay. I don't know what that noise is. I gotta go check that out. Kitties? Fun. Okay. Alright, copy that. Oh, we got a kitty on the stream, everybody. This is the Seeksa. This is the Seeksa. Say hi, Seeksa. You're on camera, Seeksa. Seeksa. Seeksa, you're on camera, Seeksa. Yep, you. Oh, you see him, huh? Brother. It's your brother. He has a brother named Fiva. His name is Seeksa. Little tiny feet. Our little beans. Oh, beans. Where are you gonna go? Hang out with your brother? Okay. He'll have full-on conversations with you. He's a talker. He's a talker and a screamer. Muscle boy. Muscle. Pure muscle. Kitty, kitty. What you doing, kitty? Top gainers. And then go to losers week. Market cap. Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Tesla, Berkshire. I wonder if Berkshire is just gonna keep bleeding. Now that I mean, he was never gonna live forever, so you know what I'm saying? You know, but still, without him at the helm, it'll be a different. It'll change. You know, I think Berkshire Hathaway will definitely change. Okay. Walmart was down. Some of that more defensive stuff was kind of down. Gainers weak. I hear this all the time. I don't know what this does. Bitcoin Treasury Company. Asset Entities, a technology company for social media marketing and content delivery across Discord, TikTok, and other social media platforms. The company designs, develops, and manages servers for communities on Discord. It offers Discord investment, education, entertainment, social media, and marketing services. The company serves retail investors, creators, and influencers. 2020. Huh. Traded management Bitcoin treasury. Oh. Okay. Kind of in a rough patch right now. At most active, market cap, Microsoft. And Amazon is an order of magnitude bigger than Walmart. Maybe. That's crazy. I was thinking about getting back into the Palantir game again. I don't know. I kind of messed that up. Like, I don't know if I want to get back into that. This. Polyrizon. Biotech development medical device hydrogels in the form of nasal sprays. Oh. It also develops PL-14, a nasal allergen, PL-15 for COVID-19, and PL-16 for influenza blockers. Polyrizin. Immuon. Isn't this a drink? No. Lazy Days Holdings. Micro Algo. Spaghetti. These all sound familiar. Open Door. Open Door's only 60 cents now? That's crazy. Penny stock! Can we say penny stocks? Lottery.com. Here's all your penny stocks, except for Apple and Tesla. Anyway, just kind of looking through those. So market was down. So it was down on the week. We're still up on the month. Years kind of fluctuating. You buy the Russell here? Kind of lagging. With higher interest rates, I don't know what those companies always say, oh, those companies, da da da. But based on the chart here, like, it's just coming out of the red zone. Everything else is out. Just goes back down in there again. Don't know what to think on the Russell. Year to date, everything's still down. On the month, things are up. Week is down. The day was down. So just like Chop again. Just Chop City. So, yeah. So I would expect maybe more Chop because there's still no clarity. That you probably have a decent amount of luck. Maybe, you know, trading verticals. And that's what my data was suggesting, is that I should be trading my verticals. I want to warn you straight up, not good. Oh, yikes. Everything? Oh. I thought I was still up on the year though. This year. No. So from January to now. Let that all go. Yeah, just having a bad run. There we go, that's the week. I think I uploaded everything. Take a look at the trades. Not a great week. Taking some big L's this month too. Scary. Like, here's your warning that this is not financial advice or a recommendation. Right here, this month I've been having, like, just can't. 23rd. I don't think I wrote this down either. Don't be tariff slave, no guarantee. Theme barks. Summer destination. You want to come to Las Vegas in the heat, everybody? Well, this is good to see. People showing up then. That's good. I want to go to the Keys. That's where I want to go. That's where I want to go. So if we look at the 23rd, there's no freaking trade there. So that's not good. We're still doing this dumb stuff. So let's see, no reason. I mean, I know probably why I did it. Like, I don't usually get into a trade unless it's like definitively, especially if it's a short trade. This would have had to have been below VWAP and below previous session close. You know, and it's hard for me to go long when it might be above VWAP, but it's still below previous session close. I feel like it's probably going to go up to previous session close and it's going to come back down again. That's always my take on that kind of stuff. This is probably one of the verticals I might have sold something to get out of it with a profit. TQQQ long. Is this my call vertical? Yeah, I think it's a call vertical. So we'll see how that goes. Why'd I go long there? I don't know. Did I write it down? Why would I go long? I don't know why I did that. It's got chopped up, chopped out. Basically, I got chopped up last week pretty bad. It's a little scary because, like, there's needs. Like, it's not like I don't do the. I'm not doing this for like, oh, this is so much fun and like, yay, you know, I love being on this carnival ride. No, there's a reason I do this. Maybe I need to take that reason a little more seriously. Like, because a month like this is not acceptable. And I took a look at what works. Like, I took a look. So the things that have been working well are the verticals have been working well. Taking off the credit from the covered call is working well. Granted, that's a bit of a crapshoot because I have to sell the position at the end of the year. So I'm kind of forced into that mold that, like, I can't hold on. I have to sell and rebuy. So I will have to take those losses if they are losses at some point. Oh yeah, the KeyBank thing. That trade came off too. Is that in here? Let me might have to re-upload. I don't know if that included the KeyBank trade. Oh no, it's right here. So these are the shares that were taken away. It isn't quite, I think it's more like 400 was the loss. It's not a full stock price loss. But that was actually, so the good side of that is I got to see how things were assigned or how they are taken away from you. So that was cool. I've not been assigned yet. I think I, intentionally need to put myself in a position where I could get assigned in a good way, not in a bad way, just to go through the process, because it is a little nerve-wracking not knowing what that process looks like. Like when you're assigned shares, I haven't really been through that. But I did have mine taken away. And there we go. Not like 2 weeks in a row, chat. Brutal. Just freaking brutal. And then it's like it's saying bigger every day. Oh man. And I did generate some money from the dividends, so yeah, the trade in and of itself wasn't terrible. I did, and to also say I did get rid of a bag. I mean, that's nice in a way. Not, you don't want to do it at a loss, but I can now refocus and put my mind into something else, like maybe selling. I might sell puts on Walmart. I might do that. I need to generate $200 to $400 a week. So I put the put on Walmart. I just need to leave it there. And whatever happens, happens. If I get the shares, great. If I don't, then whatever. If I do get the shares, then I'll have 200 shares of Walmart, and that wouldn't be a bad thing to sell some premium on. So I think Walmart definitely gets put into the mix since I freed up some capital at KeyBank. I said I would do that. Still have the Amazon. I don't know what's going to happen there. It's been floating around 205. I should have just kept my... Sorry, I had one at like 215. I think I collected 50% on that though, and then I rolled it down. So it's not like I wasn't not being responsible with the positions, but man, just taking some L's, yo. And I would, KeyBank is a good, I think that's a solid regional bank situation going on there. But it is a little bit cheap. So I was looking more into cover calls and like how other people do it. And one of the things that one of the videos I watched said, and I haven't read this anywhere, but they said it, is they don't really mess with stocks that are below like $25 because you don't get enough premium. And I kind of believe that too, from my experience. Like I can't go below like $25. Otherwise you're just not getting enough premium. Amazon, I want to keep Amazon as long as I can. I mean, I know it's not the greatest position in the world, but yeah, this was my KeyBank position. That was the cover call that got taken out. And then just some bad, like the loss in and of themselves isn't terrible. Like $100 loss isn't bad. But it's manageable, but it's not great. And I don't think I wrote some of these down. And then I should have known too, it's like, when the market gaps down pretty aggressively, the ones in the know are going to be covering, and then that's going to cause the market to pop, and the people see the market pop, buying begets more buying, and people are probably short. That's my guess, is there's still a lot of people short because we're not back at all-time highs, and we're just under those all-time highs. And so anybody stuck up there on top of the hill, anytime they get to a good position, they're going to throw it out. And especially with this level of uncertainty, I don't know, how companies are navigating all of this. I didn't really listen to I know for earnings calls, I know a lot of companies they went without guidance. So that's the sign there. Like for the most part, they're willing to kind of put something up so that people can plan and think about their investments, but this time they didn't do that. So either means they don't know, they don't want to forecast. I think maybe they can't put capital to work because they don't know what the environment's going to be. I didn't listen to earnings calls either. That was bad. Not being the proactive trader I should be. At least picking a few of them, like Walmart, since I have a bunch of money in Walmart. Man, Walmart was packed, yo. I went to Walmart and it was packed. There's a bunch of people there. Walmart, and it was a big Walmart too. It was one of the big ones. I don't know if anyone knows that there's size differences in the Walmarts. Does anybody know this? Because like we got like a little neighborhood Walmart. I like that. I like the neighborhood Walmart. It doesn't have clothes or anything, but it's got stuff and it's got food, and that's always fun. And then big Walmart, it's like what, 2 football fields long, this thing, and it's like, I think I have to look deeper into it, but I think they might own the whole block. So like they own the whole plot of land, and like the Walmart, one of the Walmarts is connected to a like a strip mall situation, and I was wondering if they owned all the store, like they own the real estate, and so like there's a Skechers and an Old Navy attached to it too, and I wonder if they pay rent to Walmart to have their stores there. It's funny to see an Old Navy because I only order online. Like I can't tell you the last time. Oh man, distinctly going into Old Navy, I don't even remember. But I do buy clothes from Old Navy, which I don't know if I should say that online, but I do. I always try to like go to like some other brand or this or that, and I'm just not in that tax bracket yet. Like that's why I'm doing this. Another reason, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't buy those clothes. Like I kind of would like to wear like the Spanx clothes or whatever, but those are kind of expensive. And you see the same shirt on Old Navy and you're like, well, you know, so I'm still kind of stuck in that Old Navy. I don't know where to go. I was never into Temu, although I did go to Walmart and found some summer clothes that were like $8. I'm like, okay, sign me up. But yeah, but I haven't gone into an Old Navy in quite some time. Or really any clothing store. Walmart, we've gone to, Costco, Sam's Club. Went to a furniture store. Done that a couple times. Thinking about stores I've gone to. Yeah, grocery stores primarily, like grocery stores. And then we bought some furniture, bought a bed, and then a recliner because I had a surgery. I might get one more use out of that chair. I need to get that next surgery planned. I know that sounds vain, but like, it's a whole nother day. We could talk about that story later, but it's not vain and it's not what you think it is. So, we'll go over that story later. That's not for this stream, but anyway, it might get reused. We don't have to go to the, just as to say, we're probably not going to go to the furniture store unless we get something for my mom's house or something. We might do something there. I don't know. So I don't go to the stores, like mostly grocery stores. Not even like restaurants or anything. Like, kind of the way though that I have to eat nowadays, like going to a restaurant, I can't really do that. Like, I find that like the restaurant food, the only restaurant that I really kind of like, which sounds kind of silly, is like Chick-fil-A. It's kind of it. And like everything else, not silly. Like there's the best restaurants in the world here. But again, kind of need to be in another tax bracket. That's why we're doing this, right? Shoot. Anyway, that was like a way tangent. That was a way tangent. Super tangent. As you see me losing money. And I didn't write these down either, so it's like, it's I mean, the loss is manageable, but at the same time, it's... How was the dividend going too? So that was the other thing with this too, isn't it? When did the dividend go on KeyBank? So the dividend is a few days out. So somebody exercised their shares to get the dividend. I think that's what happened. Right on, right on. Not really right on, but I think that's what somebody did. They bought the shares at 14. They exercised their call. They got the shares and they're going to get the dividend. Damn, good for them. Not good for me, but good for them. Because they're going to exercise at 14 and it's at like 17 or something now, or 16. And then they get the dividend, so double bonus, double, triple bonus on that one. That was pretty cool. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, not a great loss. Thanks, chat. So... the big volume bar here. So only for the fact that, like, you don't get a ton of premium. I probably won't revisit KeyBank. I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's actually kind of good. I think it's a decent little bank. But need to find something. I need to do a different scan. Also not writing my trades down, so we need to do that. Let's go ahead and put that in the planner. So the takeaways is we do need to still write down all trades, setups. We can't do anything without writing it down. Like, we have time to write this down. It's not like market's moving so fast we have to do something. No. And then I also need to write down when I roll and when I enter one of these longer term trades. So we're coming into a new month. We're coming into the summer. And from the looks of it, like, we're kind of down, but then we're kind of up. So, and it's been choppy. So I might just assume that it's still going to be choppy. Maybe choppy to kind of up. I think there was a chart that I was looking at. I'd have to find it, but it was showing like the performance over the last, I think it was in TradingView. It was showing, go to TradingView. Kind of showing the performance over, yeah, right here. So you can see the summer the last 2 years has been kind of up. And we're kind of doing that. So it's not as dramatic. We're not above the zero line. But let's just say that it kind of goes up. Like, maybe not way up here, you know, but it's maybe it goes up like, I don't know. You know, it can go up another 5% or something. Volatility is way down too. So, you know, I think slightly up to just kind of side, like choppy up. Maybe it just chops in here the whole time. Because, like, look how long this chopped in here. That was December all the way to February. Like, whoa. So, what's stopping it from doing the same thing here? Unless there's like a complete resolution of all of the tariff stuff. So yeah. So probably sideways to up. How do you play that? Well, you could buy stock if you know, especially if it has that bullish bias. Volatility is really low, so selling premium Maybe like you would buy 2 calls and sell 1 just to offset the cost a little bit. Buy shares. I mean, this is a pretty bullish. This is fairly bullish. I mean, it's above its 200. The 200's flat though. It's not doing this. Is it going up? I'll tell you that. But it is above it, so that's what you want to see. Every time it goes below it, that's not great, you know what I mean? So it is above it. So still bullish. I guess on pullbacks you could sell puts. And then right now you could do out of the money calls. But again, volatility is super low. Like back in oh, this is wait. So it's backwards. Oh no, it's the same 32 days. But yeah, I think volatility's down. At the money IV term structure. So it's back to where it was. And it's just slightly elevated. It's at 20. So I mean it's kind of it's still above average. There's still volatility in the market. So you could probably sell a put spread or a call spread, which I do have right now on the triple Qs, and then I have a put spread on the SPY. So I have those. So this is my. See it though. So I have the what are these? The covered call. I wonder why this one's not being assigned. It's kind of crazy. This is a call spread. That's a put spread. I think it's a put spread. Yeah, it's a put spread. This is a covered call. This is also a covered call. That's a covered call. I think Walmart, I think I've come up, just sell, put a Walmart. Let's go take a look at them. So let's go out. See who's out here. Visit our friends here at the 18 days out or 25 days out. Just go 25 days out. Wanted to come in tighter, but I didn't. That's not bad. What if we even went 10 days out? Living real dangerous. What about this 95 put? That should have to expire worthless. But honestly, I'm not sad. I wouldn't be sad to have Walmart. So it's like, I need to stay in this range. Man, shoot, if I wanted to clear $100, I could go all the way out here. Here. It does take up $99,000 of buying power, but what the hell else am I going to use this for? Nothing. And when I collect $100 on 9,000, was it like 1%? Wait. Yeah, it's like 1%. Which isn't a bad return. Like 1%'s, you know, earn 1% on my money over and over and over again. I guess technically this is where you're supposed to be rolling. So this is a roll week for some of my positions. For some of them, not all of them. I don't think they let you do short calls. Well, I own the shares, so it actually might... Actually, no, I only own 100 shares, though. So if I sell this put, then I basically have a strangle on my shares. A covered strangle. Which isn't a bad idea. So I think we're gonna go with... That's gonna be one play for next week, is selling a put on Walmart. Oh yeah, I did do that. So let's look at... Maybe do something in gold. So gold's still performing. I don't know how it's gonna do with the news of like, oh, we're not gonna do tariffs now. Woo! That market might go up tomorrow. I don't know. Low volume. It's probably gonna go up on low volume. That's also one thing that seems to be pretty consistent, is like over the years, the last few years, like low volume probably going up. Like, don't ever short a dull market. That's what they say, and that's true. Oh, Nvidia this week too. Nvidia earnings. Oh man, when are those? Let's pull that up. We need to pull that chart up. Go ahead and do that. Go on Dumpster Fire X. All right. All right, I'm just scrolling Twitter's bad. Just need to find the earnings. We're just here for the earnings. We can't get suckered in. We're just here for the earnings, chat. We're just here for earnings. We got Otka, we got Dropbox, I guess. I didn't know they changed to Box. I don't know if that's the same thing. Probably not the same thing. Interesting though, we have Abercrombie. I think that's a good little are people buying, you know, indicator. Nvidia, Salesforce. I'll check on some Elf. I'll check on that. Costco. Gap. Speaking of Gap, Gap's up. American Eagle's up. So it's a bit of a retailer bonanza. Retail bonanza, everybody. AI retail bonanza. Oh, what day is 20 something? 20 something? I'll put today's date, even though that's not today's date. That is from today's date, so we're gonna put that there. Okay. All right, we have that now. Let's copy it though. Copy. And then we'll put it in for our records chat. Okay, there we go. What's this one? Average move. Option apply move 14%. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Red Robin is still in business? I don't see a video on here. I'm not gonna play earnings though. I used to do that at, man, you can win big, but you also lose big, and there's like no, it's not, it's like either you get it or you don't. There's nothing else. There's nothing else with earnings. The new trade idea, we said we're gonna do a Walmart WMT. We're gonna sell a put. We will sell maybe the 25-day put, or I don't know if we'll go out further than that. What do we get if we go out a little bit further than that, if we do the real mechanics? I think get 200, I guess. Go to the 90, but that's only $100. Like, I need more. I need more than that. 200's good though. It would be nice to be in a place where, like, I get it, I make a little bit of profit, and I roll it out. So then I collect that, and I also get more credit. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to be in this system and we're just rolling it. We're just rolling. That's kind of what I want to do. So we're going to try that. We're going to throw in the Walmart. Bitcoin's been working too. Can't really do anything with the call though. Oh, it hasn't really been called because there's 81 days left. That's probably why. I don't know what to do there. I guess same thing, you just sell a put. I've done that before. It is a kind of a tippy top though. And so is Walmart. But that's maybe the selling of the puts. The selling of the puts. There we go. And then the only other one was like TQQQ. I was supposed to do like covered calls on that this year. Sell puts, the wheel strategy. But maybe we could find something better. So let's go into XLF. Because these are the ones that have been performing consistently this year that are up. This sector is up. Man, this thing's beast. Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan. The neckline on this thing right here. Ooh. Berkshire. Ooh. It's a bit of a downtrend, maybe? I don't know, chat. The one that did look promising, though, is this one with Progressive. I don't know how far it wants to come back down. Like, it seems to really like the 200. If it comes down. We'll keep an eye on Progressive. We'll keep an eye on this one. I think, well, I don't know if I have any definitive ideas there, but we're going to keep an eye on Progressive. And we'll look at the options tomorrow morning and see what they look like. See if there's any, they're not too wide. Some of the things that have stopped me, like I think that's what stopped me with the GE trade. You know, I just had to buy shares with that one, but like it was the bid-ask spread. Like I wanted to sell some put spreads or this or that, and they were always so wide. 40 cents wide, it's like, eh. Got Meta. You haven't had any big green bars. You have really big red bars. I want to go long here, but I don't know. I don't know, chat. That earnings killed him. This earnings didn't help. Netflix, though. Holy moly. When are they going to split this stock? But then when they split it, though, that's kind of like the end. To me, that's kind of like it's just not anymore. Oh, man, but like, look when it does this, though, yo. Like, it's in that pattern. Could it go higher? I mean, everybody, their AI stuff is... I mean, they're further along. They at least have products. Like, Apple doesn't have any AI products. I don't know that Apple Intelligence is really activated on the iPhones. I haven't used Grok, though. I'll have to use Grok later. Live Nation, Disney, sadly still in a downtrend. Charter, Take-Two. This is what I should have done covered calls on. Like, if you want something to do a covered call on, this is probably your jam. Dude, is it gonna go to 33? I'd still be able to do it. It's over $25. What are we looking at here? This is stupid. I'm gonna do this and then the market's gonna rip and then I'll be left out. So if I wanted to collect, I'd have to get 200 shares at least. At least 200 shares. And yeah, it would have to be at least 200 shares. It was at 29. I don't know, AT&T. AT&T might be might be a legit winner. All right, what other sectors are we talking about here? That's like year to date. All right, maybe we'll look at one more. I gotta take a quick break. I will be right. our back chat. The Walmart was an idea. Gold's an idea. AT&T's an idea. I mean, I want Google to be an idea. The IV in Google. I mean, it's not terrible. There is a gap to fill up here. Say IV. 37? Not terrible. What are we getting out here? Not terrible either. We might do a Google put spread. I'll look into it a little bit more. I know they have like that court case, something about being a monopoly, this and that. Oh, I'm here, chat. I got sucked into Twitter. I'm here, chat. Alright, chat, we gotta get off of Twitter. It's weird. All right, chat. Well, I think we have an idea. Let's might do Google. Let's take a look at futures. See where those landed. I think those landed a little bit higher. I don't know why I keep these trend lines on here. They don't really work for me. I don't know why I'm keeping them here. I mean, they give you a frame of reference, whatever points, but So we're above. There might be momentum again in a half an hour. I mean, we've been breaking down trends for the last, whatever days here, however many days, a month. We're up on the month, that's for sure. So again, it's like bullish to up, bullish to sideways. Maybe continued upward momentum. I guess yeah, it can do that, but it's like, what's holding it up there is my thing. Is like, I don't know. I never see the future as clearly as I should. Maybe Bitcoin's crazy though. Glad I hold that. We have some solace in that. Maybe we could sell some puts there. Wouldn't mind re-entering that if it was assigned. So selling puts probably in iBit, selling puts in Walmart, maybe a Google put spread. And then I could think about something else for the rest of June. That could be something that I ponder as we move through the rest of the day. I would like another, something that I could do with covered calls on, buy something, basically rent it out, you know what I'm saying? See if that would work for me. I was supposed to do that with TQQQ, so maybe we'll revisit that. I think those are my ideas for the coming week. We do have NVIDIA this week, so maybe TQQQ right away isn't maybe the greatest thing to do. We'll see what NVIDIA does. I don't think that's going to be bad. I don't know that their numbers will be bad. I don't know what the reaction's going to be to the earnings, because it did go up to 130, so there could, maybe there's a little bit of a sell-off. Maybe there's an opportunity there this week, because I don't think the earnings are going to be bad. But we never know what the reaction's going to be and whether or not they guide. I know that they are part of the exemptions to the tariffs and all that stuff, so they could have good guidance. They could have, good, certainly will have good earnings. I don't anticipate the earnings will be bad. So there may be an opportunity there, at least in TQQQ. Maybe TQQ we wait. Speaking of which, I do have that position, so that might have to be removed before earnings. So this is a call spread, so whatever I get on this, maybe I take this off Monday or whatever. See if I can get a little bit for that. SPY should be good to go. Walmart, again, sell the puts. Tiva, that's just a bag. I don't know what to think about that one. Amazon will keep doing what we're doing, though we can't do it anymore. I think that's it. I got some other things I need to take care of today, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll make my short a little bit later. I'll give me some time to think about what's going on. Also time to think, see the futures, how they work. Maybe I'll be in a position by then, even though that's not my greatest trade I should be doing. But I mean, if we're gonna go higher, probably gonna keep going higher. Like, you're just gonna get squeezed out and then we're back at all-time highs. I mean, we're less than what, 1% or so away from all-time highs. Probably going back to all-time highs. That would be my guess. You're closer to all-time highs than you are to the lows of the year. So we might revisit those highs and we'll see what goes from there. I don't know, but we're so close to them. I feel like it's, hit him again, see what happens. We shall see. So gold, Walmart, iBit, see what we can do there, and then think about a June position, June-July position for TQQQ. I think that's what we do. And I think with that, I'll probably call it there. Again, this is for educational, informational purposes only, not intended to be advice or a recommendation. Trading is risky, and if you're here at the beginning of my stream, you know that you lose money. So careful out there. with that said, we got the stream done. I was worried about, oh, I never have anything to say, and then I'm here for like 90 minutes, 2 hours every week. I got something to say. Got something to think through. I got something to... What I need to incorporate, though, are more headlines. So, like, this week, I'm going to challenge myself to save a couple of headlines, and then... Because I always have something in my ear, which is probably a terrible habit. But, you know, use that as fuel for this. Because we have to make money. The goal is to make money. So... let's try to make money. I hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend. I hope you have a safe and profitable trading week.